Nick, we are back in the Alps. It's been a while since I've been here. In fact, we're in Les Gets, a place where I've got really fond memories of watching downhill racing in the 90s, going around my mate's house to watch this live on TV and then buying the videotapes a year later. People like Nicolas Villiers, David Vasquez, Steve Peat have all raced here. I've raced here quite a few times myself, actually. I even threw away my race in the World Champs in 2004 here. More famously, Steve Peat did. But it's great to be back, and back on a downhill bike, because this isn't like any other normal epic ride that I do. I'm actually going to try and see how much descending I can do on a downhill bike, and I'm very excited about it. This is brand new, Canyon Sender. What a place to bring it and try it out for its very first ride. Thanks to Garmin, I'm here in Les Gets, France, a place that's legendary to mountain biking. And I'm going to test my endurance limits from when that ski lift opens until I can do no more. I'm going to see how many descending meters I can do in a day whilst tracking the ride on my Garmin. The key difference compared to any of these other challenges we've done in the past is I'm going to try to not ride the same track more than once. Can I descend the height of Everest? Will it be my biggest Garmin grit score ever? Let's find out. The Portes du Soleil is located between Mont Blanc, the highest mountain in Europe at 4,808 metres, and Geneva, with its international airport just about an hour down the road. It's a group of 12 ski resorts or 5 bike parks linked by ski lifts with around 600 kilometres of bike trails. The scenery is incredible. You have the imposing Mont Blanc, the dramatic Dents du Midi rock faces. You can even see Lake Geneva just poking around the corner. Hiring a guide like Antoine from Season Guiding is a great way to make the most of your time, and it will help you link the best trails together, which is exactly what I'm after. But if you have a bit more time in your hands, then you can investigate yourself and even find some off-piste gems. I'm using my Garmin Fenix 7 Sapphire Solar to record the ride today. If I'm going on a downhill ride or enduro ride, this is a tool I always use if I don't need navigation or anything like that. It's crazy actually how much computing power this thing has. And obviously it's on my wrist all the time. So I actually use this day to day as like a fitness tracker, but also to use it as a bike computer. It's solar, so it means it absorbs the sun's rays, obviously through that touchscreen, to extend the battery life to like something like 22 days, I think, for this. Obviously it's super compact, even use this for running, so it'll connect wirelessly to my earphones, so if you don't want to carry your phone with you, you can still listen to your music. It also records MTB dynamics, so I reckon this could rank as one of my hardest grit scores. We'll see at the end of the day. It's also got loads of outdoor technology, like really detailed outdoor maps. It's got a barometer, altimeter, a pulse ox sensor, so it'll tell you how well you're sleeping, but also your altitude acclimatization. We're pretty high here. I think I think we're at 2,000 meters now. It's also got safety features like incident detection and assistance, so you can hold the button and seek assistance if you need it. Hopefully I won't be needing that today, but yeah, it's going to be fun to see exactly what numbers I get on this thing. So we've done Les Gets, Morzine, up to Voriaz, and then we're heading towards Chatel now, so see what it brings. Hour and a half in, and we've racked up 801 meters of descending, so not massive, but it's just easy. I mean, it's been a while since I've been on ski lifts. It's just so easy. Except the first downhill out of Leger was horrible mud. It was like Velcro mud. It rained really heavily, well, for last week, but last night as well. And there's been sun as well, so you know when it dries a bit and it's just horrible. But then out in the open, that one we did there from Boulevards was amazing, just hard packed fast. It is height of summer now, so one thing we've seen is the lifts are busy. It's a week before World Cup here, so it's probably one of the busiest times of the year. So that is slowing us down a bit with queuing for the lift. So yeah, it's all good. I'm easy, it's fun. Just gonna keep plugging away, and I think we'll find somewhere nice for lunch as well, now in the mountains. But so this is Boulevards. This is the view, the famous view of like those apartments on top of the cliff. It's a crazy place. There's a video of some guy on a motorbike jumping off there. I think he had a parachute, must have a parachute, that I saw a couple of years ago. But it's a pretty wild place. Somewhere you shouldn't be playing golf. What are they doing? Of all the things you could be doing. It's a beautiful place, and you just go from valley to valley, or we have so far. So we're heading over towards Switzerland. We can't make it there, unfortunately. So the lift to Champery opens next weekend, which is a bit of a shame because, I mean, I raced down on there, it's a legendary track, but it doesn't matter, there's plenty to go at over here, and I love the fact where you come over, you get the next view and just look, you can see the ribbons of brown dirt going down. Now, if memory serves me right, this is where you drop down into the Chatel Valley, and there's the kind of, remember that river gap? Quite a famous jump. Down in this valley, or it might be the next one over, who knows? I'm basically following Antoine, our guide for the day, but yeah, can't get enough of it so far. That is hard back. Drop into this hard pack. It is like ice. We're just now up into Boulevards town. I just remembered when I was a young whippersnapper, well not really, a few years back, when I was fit and times different, I actually rode my enduro bike from Morsey up to here and then dropped in, did a big downhill run. When I was here on the way out to one of the EWS's, but times are different now. It's all about downhill bikes and ski lifts. Yeah. I thought I'd give you a quick bike check of what I'm riding today, and I'm very excited for a couple of reasons. One, because I'm riding a downhill bike. I don't often get to do these sorts of videos on a downhill bike, and I've been here to Portes du Soleil to snowboard before, so I know just how good it is. This sort of, the terrain you've got here is amazing. So to link it all up on a downhill bike is super exciting, but also because it's brand new to me. It's a new bike day for me. I've basically taken this out of the box, made it a mixed wheel size, and brought it to the Alps. That's quite cool. And this is my Canyon Sender CFR, totally stealth, as you can see. So proper downhill bike, 200mm of travel. I've got a RockShox Super Deluxe coil shock on the rear, which I love, works really well. I've just done the basic settings. Should be all right, I hope. I've got a RockShox Boxer, of course, 200mm travel up front. I've cut my bars down to 760. I've got the big SRAM code brakes, 220mm rotors front and rear. Got the mud guards. It's been mixed weather here in Les or in the Alps for the last couple of weeks, so I'm carrying a backpack. I've got my Camelback chase vest because I know I'm going to need a jacket. I've got a couple of tools in there, and I'm definitely going to need some water. We've made our way over to Chatel now, where there's just loads of trails here, so we're going to session some after a spot of lunch, but we've done almost 1,900 meters descending now in 3.5 hours, so we're not going to do an Everest, but it's fun anyway. Like, it takes a while to come all the way over, and you're just really covering the ground as much as you are descending, and we're just trying to ride different tracks, so that's cool. Trails here actually, well, the Vink line was shut, so we rode the one next to it. I don't know what it's called, but it's really nice, like massive G8 berms, really well made jumps. And that was just a blue. So I'm going to investigate Chatel whilst we're here, do a few runs before heading back over the valleys, back towards Les, but we're going to do a lot before we get there. There's an infamous video that was on, I guess, YouTube of like a train of guys following each other. One jumps over the back of a berm and then comes out onto the piste, tumbling, and like 6 of them do the same thing, and that is right here somewhere on the side from a few years back. Rave some more, I mean it. Ready? Do some laps of Chatel. Not an easy one, that either. Right, we are sort of making our way back over the valleys now, heading back up to Boulevards. 3,300 meters of descending now, which is quite a chunk. But it just feels really chill because you get to sit on a lovely chair, have a little peaceful time after every single run. I'm carrying my sort of Camelback. It's the lightweight one. It's the chase vest. Kind of looks like, you know, like a sort of hill runner's vest, isn't it? Nice and small, lightweight. I've got about a litre of water in here, so not a crazy amount, but it's enough to keep me going in between runs, just to sit on the chairlift, chill out, have a drink, and yeah, get ready for the next downhill. I have been here quite a few times, really, I suppose over the years, but I don't really know my way around. It's so big. There's 22 mountain bike lifts, and there's like 600 kilometres of trails, so yeah, I mean, it would take you a long time to learn your way around and ride all the tracks. It's a good mix of bikes here. There's a lot of downhill bikes, a lot of enduro bikes. Yeah, this kind of does get well used. There's braking bumps in parts, but for the most part, some stuff being made that's completely fresh and new. It's a really good place. If you ever fancy like a ski holiday but for bikes, and you want to be in Europe, this is the place to do it. It's a mega variety of tracks here. Just like natural stuff in the woods, rooty, wet at the moment, and then you come here to Boulevards, and then you've got that famous massive kicker over there. But down here, I've just got, I don't know, 8 or 10 tabletops coming up and perfectly groomed berms. So get a bike park flow to get back down towards Malding.
Le Pleny is probably the most famous hillside in the area, with its main line that I rode back in the early 2000s still being the main draw. But there's loads of fresh tracks here with jumps and a lot of natural, steep, technical stuff in the woods.
If you're in Morzine, you have to come and ride Le Pleny, and you have to come and ride this part of the trail called 10%. I think it's because 10% of the people that come down this track don't come out of the bottom, or maybe something to do with the gradient, but it's steep. And I last rode this in 2001 or something, but it looks a lot rougher. You've probably seen videos on Instagram, people jumping massively down here and doing no-handers and all sorts. I'm not doing that, but I am gonna ride it. There you do. Dude, that was ridiculous, man.
It was clear, mate. I looked to my right.
Well, I know, but you can't see. You almost killed both of us.
Sorry, well.
I mean, that's fine. 10% is ruthless. It takes bodies. It almost was a 20% then, took 2 of us out. It's pretty dicey. I think I'll wait another 20 years to do that again. I am done. My hands are done. I don't know if you can see that on camera. My calluses are absolutely toasted, and I've been riding quite a lot recently. So, yeah, it was hard. I mean, It was really fun. And when I say hard, it was starting to hurt at the end. It was actually a mega day out on the trails. And so this is a brilliant place to come if you want to do big days on downhill bike. Honestly, there's nowhere better for, we could have got more descending done if we'd gone somewhere and just done laps, but the idea was to just go and ride, and it was amazing. So I rode 72 kilometers with a total time of 8 hours 37, moving time of 5 hours 16, average heart rate 112, BPM 173 max, pretty good going, anaerobic workout. But the big one, well, actually 2,796 calories burned, but the one we're aiming for was the total descent, and I've done 5,635 meters. So not an Everest, but it's a Mont Blanc plus a bit. And it was, you could definitely do more, but I'm not sure I'd want to. That is plenty for a day. But if you found a section, like we did, actually, I repeated in Chatel. I did do the same track 3 times then because it was really good. I loved doing the jumps, and the lift was completely free. So you get to the bottom, jump on the left and head back up. Which was kind of the aim of the day, was just to have a really good down bike. So I did kind of break the rules a little bit, but there you go. Grit is 277, so that's a Garmin MTB dynamic score. Normally, anything over 100 is a big day out for me. It's a hard day, so 277 is massive. And yeah, the stats show me basically how much fun I've had, and the map is ridiculous. That's the one thing you'll see, is we've seen 4 resorts, 4 or 5 valleys, I can't remember, but we've been absolutely miles. When you're at the top of one of these mountains, you can see where we've been. It's kind of what it was all about today, so I absolutely loved it. If you like this sort of riding, definitely jump into comments. I'd love to read if you've been here. There's a massive sort of Brits aboard feel about this place. It's full of British mountain bikers because it's easy for us to get here, I suppose, but it is an amazing place to come and ride your bike, so I would definitely recommend it. Thank you to Antoine for showing us around, and Atlas Rides for hooking us up with Antoine, the guide, because it did make a big difference making sure that I was going the right way all the time, because it's so big. You get so far over, at some point you've got to get back, so you don't want to miss a lift because you're stranded sort of 4 or 5 valleys away. But what a day out. Yeah, jump in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe if you like GMBN. Nick, I did, what did I say, 5,700 metres on downhill bike. You did almost all of that on an enduro bike.
Yeah, it was horrible. I can't feel my hands, and my forearms are pulsing. I had to take my watch off because it doesn't fit anymore.
The big thing, people, is I get the sort of the good comments and the glamorous part of it, but Nick is also riding with a massive camera bag on his back, and he's done a big day out, so I think you deserved your water, Coke and beer.
Thank you, I enjoyed it.